Hello everyone, my name is Yuri from Mouse, and we are here in the hills of Tuscany at Mugello. We're in the fourth, maybe for the last time, because the last lap car of the season, maybe the last time. This car is good everywhere. There's a couple tricky corners around this track, and this track is all about managing, ironically, all the off-track you're allowed. All the curbs, all the anti-cuts, and taking as much as you can and using that to improve your speed around here. So let's see where we can and where we can't do that and extract the most out of it to get the lap time on this road. Alright, here we are in Mugello, and we're in the fourth because it drives quite nice around here. Has nice downforce, but most importantly it also takes anti-cuts well. And there's a couple anti-cuts on this track and a couple just turned into cuts. So let's see what it looks like. Turn 1 I open up on the left hand side, like just after the white line. Keep it tight. Open up turn 2. And these are proper anti-cuts. So we don't want to cut these. Second chicane turned more into cut a bit. Especially on the right side you can cut it a bit there. Now we get to downhill, you can cut a lot on the right side. Be patient here on the entry. Going too fast, you overload the fronts. Open up the second part here. Cut a lot on the right side here. Anti-cut on the left side. Like just before the white line on the left. Cut a lot. And cut a lot. Like just before the 50. And then early back on the power. You got a nice exit. And we finish our lap around Mugello. Closer look from the outside cam. Alright, so here we are. Start the lap. And then turn 1. You can be on the right side, but I like left side tires over the curb. Careful with the right side tires, if you go too much onto the curb there's actually a slowdown here, not even an off track. And then I'm braking just after the 100 marker. At least that's what it looks like from the inside. When we go inside here, for me it's just after, or you can look right at this line. Slowly cutting towards the inside. And you want to keep it tight here. Don't go all the way to the end outside. Open up turn 2. Turn 2 we have actual anti-cuts, so you don't want to take these. You don't want to exit too far on the right side. Open up turn 3. Again, don't take the anti-cuts there. Then we get to the second chicane. Open it up as much as you can, braking around the 50 marker. And then you can just about clip this on the outside anti-cut here. Or you can just about miss it. Same as on the right side. This one's a bit more forgiving, so you should clip this tiny bit on the right side. Don't have to go all the way around here, but you can, as I do on this lap. And we get to the very high speed section. Very tricky to see where you have to brake here. I just do a tap on the brake, turn in. It's just before this entrance road, but you want to be looking at the right side really already. Then take as much curb as you can on the right side here. And from this point you have to be very careful not overshooting the entry and asking too much of the front tires, because you'll just understeer. Means we go into the corner, bit easy back on the power, and we do the same thing for the left or right hander here. Into the corner, quite easy, slowly back on the power. Second apex you want to open up as much as you can, so right side tires right on the edge of the curb, it's not an off track. I'm back on the power again. Same thing here, right side tires on the edge of the curb, something off track. I want to brake just after this entrance road on the left side. And then this anti-cut is a joke. It might as well not be there, so you can just take all of it. Anti-cuts on the left side here are quite big, so you want to avoid those. Tap on the brake to get the car pointed to the inside here. And we get to this really tricky downhill right-hander. Again, I'd like to open it up, putting the left side tires on the red on the left side. Looking quite a bit before the 50 this time. And then letting the car roll down the hill until you have to turn in. To go back on the power. Here was a bit too early even, and you see the car punish you immediately with understeer. Chicane here is easy flat. You can cut as much as you want, keeping the inside tires on the curb. Last corner's tricky. You'll put a lot of weight on the front, so on entry the rear will be very unstable. I'm braking a bit before the 50, but low on the brakes, low on the brakes, low on the brakes. And then back on the power for the exit. So let's have a look at the whole last section on Delta, how that looks like, especially on the entries, managing the corner entries. So here we are in Delta. Okay. Especially look at the lap from here to about the last corner. You can see on the entries, we try to manage the entry by not braking too hard. Just letting the car coast into the corner for a while and not going too early back on the power to help that front end get the grip that it needs to keep the speed around the corner. Same thing here, coast into the corner, back on the power. Chicane we have a bit more. And then the last corner, or the second to last corner here, small or jab on the brake, I would say, going off quite early and letting the car roll into the corner for quite a while until you want to be flat back on the power, and ideally you want to go on the power a tiny bit later than this so you don't have to lift again on the exit. We can finish the lap around Mugello, and with that finish the season of lap guides. Right, so there we go. It's how to get fast around here. Qualifying will be quite important because overtaking is quite tricky to stay close on all of these high-speed corners. If you want to see more videos like this, make sure to subscribe to the channel. And I hope to see you all next season. Hopefully with a bit less Ford and a bit more variety of cars and a lot of nice tracks. See you then.